there's this beautiful energy that saturates space-time, that all things that express, that are, all consciousness is of this energy. Some people call it God. Some people call it the universe. I like to call it love. Whatever you choose, whatever you feel. But what's important to understand is that we are not just connected to the things around us. I think a lot of people are starting to wake up to realize the connectedness, especially when we get out into nature or we are moved and touched. And this is why. The heart is like the antenna. It's the receiving antenna for this energy that saturates all space-time, that all is manifested from, that all shares. We are all different spectrums of this energy, like a rainbow. The color blue and the red that you see in the rainbow is just two different spectrums of the same light. So whether it's this and myself, a beautiful sunset, a bird, whatever, different spectrums, different manifestations of the same energy, the same God, the same universe, the same love, whatever you want to call it. So this is really fascinating because the heart is like the antenna, it's the conduit, it's the communication center between this energy and the physical manifestation, these whatever form that may take. It's why our intuition is so important, and our mind, while it's running things, prevents us from really hearing our intuition. And our intuition is really just our self, this energy, our love, communicating with the love that is all things at their truest, deepest level. Okay? So it's really something that feels familiar. This is why when we get out into nature, when we look into a lover's eye, when we watch a sunset, there's something that touches us and moves us, and we don't know why, but it feels familiar. It's because what we're doing is we are seeing and recognizing the pure energy, the pure love that is within those things, that is those things, that is also us. We are recognizing ourselves in something, and this is when we find what we call love. This is when we are inspired. This is when we are touched. And when we are in coherence with all of these things that are around us, that we are absolutely not just connected to, but we are at the truest, deepest level of ourselves. We are the same. When we are in coherence with that, this is where we start picking up on synchronicities, patterns. This is when we start understanding truths, things that are timeless. This is where the great writers and teachers got all their stuff from. It wasn't something that popped out of their genius mind. It was their intuition that was listening and gaining this familiarity from what is the truest sense, the nature of nature. Okay? And this is why these things are timeless and they really resonate with us. They're timeless because they are the nature of nature. That is what truth is. It's not something that's made up in the mind and, reasoned or logic. It has nothing to do with it. It's intuition, it's instinct, it's birth and death, it's ebb and flow. It's the way things naturally express life and then disappear. But that energy doesn't just vanish. It just re-manifests in some other form somewhere else, and so on and so forth. And there's a timelessness to that. There's a forever to that, like a circle, not a timeline. It's not a linear thing like the Western way of thinking of time. It's more like a circle. So at any given point, at any given present moment, we are both now and we are at every time that's ever been and every time that ever will be, if you think about that. And it's a pretty beautiful thing. And tapping into this through our heart, through our intuition, is the way to really understand these truths and to live our life that way, to express ourselves that way, to see ourselves in that light, as that light. And it's a beautiful thing. You start walking around, you start seeing this pure, this true essence, this energy, this light, this God, this universe, this thing that is everything that's around you, and you start resonating and connecting with that and feeling from the heart and trusting your intuition. And what you're going to start to find is that these synchronicities, these patterns, these coincidences, these things start happening because you are following, you are aligning yourself with the nature of nature, with what is, with what you are. And you're connecting with things on that level. And there's going to be a sense of, there's going to be a knowledge that you obtain, a wisdom, a truth behind all of these things that you will just know. And it'll be a beautiful thing for you. I know it's been a beautiful thing for me. So I just wanted to share that with you. Pulled over on the side of the road, taking a drive, and this is amazing, right? And I just felt like I had to have a little chat with you guys. It's been a long time. I'm going to be doing more of these videos. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. That's okay too. It's all good. I love you still, just the same. Share this, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I love you very much.